Planting a tree is an exciting moment for any community. New trees represent future shade, improved air quality, and a greener city. But planting a tree is only the beginning of a much longer process. For urban foresters, the most critical period in a tree's life is often the first 3 to 5 years after planting. During this time, young trees must establish a healthy root system and adapt to the stresses of the urban environment. Unfortunately, many newly planted trees fail to survive this early period. Poor planting techniques, drought stress, soil compaction, and limited root space can all affect young tree survival. Because of these challenges, urban forestry programs place significant emphasis on proper planting and early care. Successful tree establishment begins with correct planting practices. The planting hole should generally be 2 to 3 times wider than the root ball, but no deeper than the root ball itself. Planting a tree too deeply can suffocate roots and prevent oxygen from reaching the root system. One of the most important factors to watch for is the root flare, the point where the trunk widens at the base and transitions into roots. The root flare should remain visible at the soil surface after planting. If it is buried too deeply, the tree may develop structural problems later in life. After planting, mulching is often applied around the base of the tree. Mulch helps conserve soil moisture, moderate soil temperature, and reduce competition from weeds or grass. However, mulch should be applied properly. A common mistake is the creation of mulch volcanoes, where mulch is piled up against the trunk of the tree. Excess mulch against the trunk can trap moisture and promote decay. Instead, mulch should be spread evenly around the tree in a shallow layer, typically 2 to 4 inches deep, while keeping the trunk area clear. Young trees also require regular watering during the establishment period. Urban soils often drain quickly or become compacted, making it difficult for roots to access sufficient moisture. Providing consistent watering during the first few growing seasons greatly improves survival rates. Urban forestry programs sometimes install watering bags or use scheduled watering programs to support newly planted trees. Another important practice during the early years is structural pruning. Structural pruning helps guide the tree towards strong branch architecture. This involves removing competing leaders, poorly attached branches, or branches that may create structural weaknesses later. Early pruning is generally minimal and focused on guiding the tree's structure rather than shaping its canopy. Investing in early care has long-term benefits. Trees that establish strong root systems and healthy branch structure are more likely to survive storms, resist disease, and grow into mature canopy trees. Because mature trees provide the majority of environmental benefits in an urban forest, ensuring that young trees survive and thrive is essential for long-term canopy sustainability. For the ISA Urban Forest Professional exam, remember that proper planting depth, visible root flare, mulching, and watering are key factors in successful tree establishment. Questions often emphasize that planting too deeply and improper mulching practices are common causes of early tree failure. Today we explored the importance of young tree establishment and early care. While planting new trees is essential for expanding urban canopy, proper planting techniques and early maintenance determine whether those trees will survive and grow. But even well-established trees face challenges in urban environments. In the next podcast, we'll explore urban tree stress and the environmental pressures that affect tree health in cities. You've been listening to the Arborist-podcast. Our goal is to grow our collective knowledge, one domain at a time. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to help us keep this momentum. Until next time, let's keep growing this community together.